Myself, Sukhvinder Kaur, assistant teacher of Mount Olivet Senior Secondary School, is going to teach you a Geography Chapter 1. The topic is Resources and Development. Firstly, we will study the definition of resource. The definition is everything available in our environment which can be used to satisfy our needs is called a resource. It should be technologically accessible, economically feasible, and culturally acceptable. 3 points are important in this definition. First is technologically accessible. What is the meaning of technologically accessible? Means we should have appropriate technology to transform the things into resources. Second is economically feasible, means it should be in our reach. It should be affordable. Third point is as culturally acceptable. It must be accepted by the people of our society. Now comes on the classification of resource. On the basis of different types, we can classify resources. First point is on the basis of origin. On the basis of origin, resources are classified into two types, biotic and abiotic. Second point is on the basis of exhaustibility. On the basis of exhaustibility, resources are classified into two types, renewable and non-renewable. Third point is on the basis of ownership. Resources are classified into four types. First is individual, second is community, third is national, and fourth is international. Now on the basis of fourth point, on the basis of status and development, resources are classified into four types. First is potential, second is developed, third is reserve, and fourth is stock. Now we will explain the above resources. First is biotic resource. Biotic resources are obtained from the biosphere. They have life and are living resources. You can say that all the living organism, all the living things comes under biotic resources. For example, human beings, fisheries, forest, etc. Second point is abiotic resources. Abiotic resources means all the non-living things such as rocks, minerals, cars, buildings, etc. On the basis of exhaustibility, resources are of two types, renewable and non-renewable. By name it is clear, renewable, which can occur again and again, which can be renewed again and again, such as wind, water, they are non-ending. Second point is non-renewable resources, which takes millions of years to be occur again, as petroleum, fuels, etc. Non-renewable resources once get exhausted cannot be remade. Third point is national resources. National resources are those resources which lies under the geographical boundary line of the country, as roads, railways, rivers, mountains, playgrounds. Public places are called a community owned resources. National resources. National resources lies under a geographical boundary of a country. For example, roads, railways, mountains, rivers, etc. Fourth point is international resources. International resources are not belong to a particular country. There are international institutions which regulate some resources. For example, the oceanic resources beyond 200 nautical miles is considered as an exclusive economic zone. If we want to use them, we have to take permission from the international institutions. Now, the last point, on the basis of status and development. Resources are classified into three types. First is potential resources. Potential resources are found in a region but not in use. Means we have the resources but we are not using them. For example, solar energy in Rajasthan, wind in Gujarat, they have a potential but we are not utilizing them. Second point is stock. Stock means we have resources but we have no appropriate technology to access. We are not using them because of the lack of technology. For example, hydrogen and oxygen as a source of energy, but we are not using them. The last point is reserve. Reserve is a subset of stock. we know how to use, but we are not using them because of the future generation. For example, water in dams, forest resources. One more example is there, river water. River water can be used for generating hydroelectronic power, but presently it is being utilized only to the limited extent. Thus, water in dams, forests, etc. are the reserve which can be used in the future. The remaining part of the chapter we will study in the next video. Thank you.